So first up is Jill Bourque. She runs a company called RushTix, which I am an investor in and which went through our incubator. And she's going to talk about something that is incredibly important for startups, and it's called Net Promoter Score, NPS. So I'm not going to belabor the point here. Jill's an amazing entrepreneur, and she is going to explain, welcome to the program, and explain to our audience what NPS is and how you deploy it at RushTix.
All right, I'll just go through my slides. So RushTix is the first unlimited pass to local arts and culture. You pay one monthly fee and you get tickets to theater, comedy, concerts, and more. Here's one of the things that we believe that you will you need to find your people. Basically, your vibe attracts your tribe. And NPS is a great way to find out if your customers are happy. Are they vibing with you? Are they satisfied? So NPS is a score that that basically you ask your customer, like, how likely would you tell your friends about our product from a score of 0 to 10. A 9 and 10 is considered a promoter. That's someone they're in your tribe. They love what you're doing. Passives are 7s and 8s, and they're kind of in between, they're not sure. And then your detractors are 0s to 6. So at RushTix, what we do is we really try to hone in on promoters and understand, why do they love us so much? How can we get more of them? Just a little bit more about the measurement. Here's the common phrase: how likely is it that you would recommend our company, product, service to a friend or colleague? And net promoter scores are aggregated from the numbers, and they can go from anywhere to negative 100 to a positive 100. Here's some examples this was a small business survey of some good NPS scores. So you're not going to get 100, although Tesla is like 97, but usually like a very good score is in the 70s. Here's some, WordPress, MailChimp, these are all good scores. Here's some not so good scores in the negatives. Some of these are kind of obvious. Comcast, everyone hates Comcast. So, when you get these super customers, as we call them, these are the ones that love you. Like, you need to find out, who are they? Why do they love you so much? And try to ascertain. And what we do is we try to find feedback loops. So, in my opinion, feedback has to be done the right way, or it becomes very needy. So it needs to be sort of like part of the natural process, like before, like pre-activated customers, just simple questions. We've found that if we get too much involved or come across, asking too many questions, that turns them off and it actually lowers conversion. So we try to make it a natural part of it. And then in the onboarding process, we also try to ask specific questions rather than open-ended questions. Sometimes open-ended questions are good, but people don't know how to answer them. So we try to ask very specific things in the onboarding, like, how did you like, this particular thing, rather than, just give us your ideas, because they won't answer. And then triggered feedback, which is for us, like after they have attended an event, how did you like it? And then we kind of keep those triggered ones. And then if someone churns, after, that's probably the most important bit of information is, why did someone go away? And a lot of people will tell you very frankly, and that's the best information you can get. You probably get better information from people that don't like your product than that do. And then, the feedback stack. Like, what's your stack for gaining this information? Obviously, email is the most important. You need to be in email communication. I am a huge fan of Intercom. I use it a lot. I think a lot of companies that are doing really great things in delightification use Intercom, and I'll just show you a screen of how we use it. Real simple example. Intercom is extensive, but just my screen every day. I'm on this all the time. I can see exactly who's on the site, the last time they were there, the web sessions, and what's cool is there's this app called Ask Nicely, which is an NPS app that integrates right into Intercom. So I can see their NPS score and I can kind of know, oh yeah, they're one of our satisfied customers. So I really like Intercom. And then this is an Ask Nicely email that comes in every time, like once a week, it will tell you where your NPS is. And it's really great because not just getting the score, but understanding why they like it is crucial, because then you're understanding what it is that they're engaging with. And then what's really great is you can use these responses for your creative. For example, several of our members had said, now I felt like the hero, like for date night with my wife, my girlfriend, or my boyfriend, I felt like the hero. So we did a series of campaigns that were about being the date night hero, and we had a 55% higher engagement than in messages that were not like as specific. So it's great for that. So, that pretty much wraps it up. If you make your customers' dreams come true, yours will too. That's our motto, and we are just, focused on delightification. I just wanted to add that if you, just a special for Twist, we have a 2-week free trial, no credit card. Just go on to rushtix.com/twist and you can take advantage of that.
Great. As a consummate entrepreneur, getting that plug in and trying to acquire some customers. Very smart, wearing the ticket. I love that about you, that you live the brand. So Net Promoter Score helps you understand which people are detractors, which people are advocates and promoters of your product, and then which people are indifferent. We get the idea of what you do with people who are promoters because, gosh, you covet them and you want to interact with them a lot more. Let me ask you 2 questions. How do you deal with people who are indifferent, the 7 and 8 scores? And then what do you do with the people who are detractors, 6 and below? What is your strategy for dealing with those 2 categories of people, Jill?
So I find the most difficult are the passives. Because haters actually give us great information. They're really specific. They'll say like,
what's an example of that?
Well, in our early days, it was like, I don't like what's on the site. You don't have enough good stuff. So we were like, all right, we're going to change that.
So if somebody is indifferent in that situation, or if they're haters, they would just say, I don't like the inventory.
Right, like I don't like this, I didn't like the event, or I had a bad experience, or I didn't understand. And that's fixable. I actually relish, if someone hates it and and a lot of times the haters will give extensive, they want to be heard. And that's great. And we've been able to transform haters into lovers. So that's a great thing. The passives are more difficult because they don't hate, but they don't love. And it's sometimes more difficult to convert that than someone who you fix their problem, because it's not always clear why they're not 100% on board. And I think it has to do with that they're like, and they don't usually go away because they like it enough to stay, but they're not promoting you.
Yes, Salesforce for Startups. Since launch, 6,000 entrepreneurs have joined across 130,000 countries. They educate startups on the Salesforce platform, and they provide a ton of resources at Salesforce for Startups, like development resources on the Salesforce platform, 2 free licenses to Desk.com for customer service, a 30% discount off Pardot for marketing automation and CRM solutions for both Sales Cloud and Salesforce IQ. Other benefits include exposure through customer stories and events, content from the community of Salesforce customers, partners, execs, and subject matter experts like the SaaS Startup Founders Guide. Their customers include Automatic, Go Squared, OneMob, and Dennis Tan, the co-founder of the Amsterdam-based image search startup Dashmote, says, challenging the startup status quo is not possible without a customer-centric focus. Salesforce for Startups program offers us access to industry-leading technology and resources that enable us to cater to each client effectively and scale quickly as we grow our customer base. So go ahead and join Salesforce for Startups today. Startups.salesforce.com. 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 Thanks again to our friends from Salesforce for making independent media like This Week in Startups and all the good that we do for startups by sharing these stories for 600 plus episodes. Man, Salesforce has been with us since the beginning, and they told me that we're partners for life. I really appreciate it. What a great, great organization. And also, just as a total aside, I had, 2 wonderful kids this year. We had twins, and we went, and Mark Benioff built this incredible hospital here in San Francisco. What a mensch. My hat's off to you, Mark, for building that amazing, amazing pregnancy kids hospital for women. It's just amazing here in San Francisco what you've done for the community, Mark Benioff. My hat's off to you, just founder to founder. And when I say founder to founder, I mean like tremendously successful founder to modestly successful founder, me. All right. Let's get back to this amazing program. Thanks again, Salesforce.